Please welcome your next storyteller to the stage, Susan.
I am sitting in a small ski lodge in Northeast Ohio in the dining hall because I'm waiting for my daughter to finish her ski lessons, and I've brought some work to keep me busy. And it's amazingly quiet, like unbelievably nobody is in the dining hall, which is kind of weird. So I can't help but notice when this group of girls come in, 12, 13 years old, because they're really loud. And also I am a clinical mental health specialist, and I specialize in girls. Specifically, I specialize in relational aggression, which is a really fancy way to say mean girls, right? So that's what I do. I do drama and mean girls. It's my thing. So I notice these girls come in, and they sit down right next to me. They got their trays of food, and right away I pick up the ringleader. Her name's Emily, because everyone's referring to Emily, and Emily's telling people where to sit, and I can see the girls looking to Emily to find out how they're supposed to respond to anything. And there's one boy in this crowd, and I start to hear his voice because he's asking all the girls if they can share the ketchup, because he forgot to get ketchup for his fries, and nobody will share the ketchup. And finally, Emily says to him, "Quit being a mooch and go get your own ketchup." And he hesitates, and he goes, "Okay, well, I'm gonna go get my ketchup, but you gotta promise not to touch my food, because I don't have any more money and I'm really hungry, so promise not to touch my food." And the counselor inside of me goes, "Oh, just set yourself up." So he goes for the ketchup, and right away Emily takes the fries, she dunks it in everybody else's ketchup, she's eating it, she's tossing it, she takes a bite of his burger, she puts salt on it, and then I have another thought, but this thought just freezes me, it paralyzes me, because I think, what if right now I'm on TV? And I know that sounds weird, but see, I had spent 15 years building my career. I really was, in the area that I was known as the expert. And like I trained at schools, I taught curriculum, I was in parent groups, I was on TV, I even wrote a book called Circle of Friends. And it's so weird that nobody else is around, and like, what if John Quinones is like right back there? And he says into the mic, "What would you do?" And it's me doing nothing. So in a panic, I'm like, okay, all right, so I gotta do something. So I look over towards Emily, and I give her the eye contact and the assertive voice, not aggressive, just assertive like the book says, and I give her one of these, and I say to her, "Leave the food alone." The girls are all still cackling away, but Emily hears me. She zeroes in. She said, "What did you say?" You heard me. "You leave that food alone." And Emily rises up, gets a little glimmer in her eye, and she takes that fry, and she just chucks it at me. The girls look around, and they don't know what to do, but Emily laughs, so they laugh. I'm like, whoa, hey now. I am the expert, and I'm severely outnumbered. Just then, the boy comes in, he's got his ketchup, no fries to eat with the ketchup, and he's trying to figure out what's going on. He asks Emily, "What's going on?" Because she's like hurling insults at me now, and the girls are all laughing. And she says, "Oh, somebody's little mommy's here. She's going to tell us all about the food rules, about what we can eat. Or maybe she's just a lunch lady without a job." And the boy looks at his plate, his tray, nothing there. He looks at me. He looks at Emily. He looks back at me. And I know what he's going to do. And he says, "Well, I'm glad she's not my lunch lady, because if I had to look at her all day long, I'd gag." Whole table erupts. And for that moment, he's in, and I'm out. He sits down, they start doing a little bit more eating. Pretty soon, amazingly, all these other people walk in, and the room is filled up, and Emily hurls a few more insults at me, but she's tired and she's kind of done, and they head out the door, and thankfully, there is no TV crew. Because I know it looks like I lost and the bully won. But my hope is that just in that moment, that boy felt heard, he was seen, and someone spoke up for him. And if that made just 1 ounce of difference in his life, it was worth it. Thank you.